All right then. Hello. Oh, hang on. There's a bit of feedback. Good evening and a very warm welcome to the Love Audio Production YouTube channel. My name is Paul Webber. Great to be on here today. And if you're watching, please let us know where you're watching from, whether it's in the UK, whether it's anywhere else in the world. Please do say hi in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. And yeah, tonight's episode is just about, I'm obviously, as well as doing the audio broadcasting and audio production and that kind of thing, as you can see from the sign behind me, I also DJ. So I DJ at weekends mainly. Birthdays, anniversaries, weddings, all that kind of stuff. Christmas parties, of course, coming up real soon as well. So I wanted to invest in a new lighting kit. Long story short, I had a lighting moving head pair of moving heads, and what I did was send away for one of them to be repaired, and that was about 3 months ago, 4 months ago, maybe even more. And they reckon that they've sent it back to me, but they never did. So that, well, you know, instead of waiting for that to arrive, I thought I'd order a new one, which is what you can see in the thumbnail that was up on the YouTube channel a little earlier on. Okay, so what I've done is I've ordered a new one of those. I want to pair that with the current one that I've got. Excuse me. Which I will do in due course, but currently I just wanted to unbox it, get it ready, show you what it does, turn the lights off and let you see the kind of patterns and stuff that it creates. And yeah, so without further ado, if you're okay with that, we'll crack on. All right, so this is the box. This is the box it came in, which is pretty cool. It's pretty standard. That's exactly how it came. There's no bells and whistles with it. You know, I mean, because it's so cheap. I mean, I bought this for 55 UK pounds. So, and these moving heads, they're only tiny. Don't get me wrong. They're not like massive things that you see on TV and stuff like that. But they, for what they are and the price that you pay for them, I think they do a great job. So I'm going to plug this in for you. I have already tried it, of course. Would be daft not to. I did it on day one, to be fair, when it arrived in the post. So as you can imagine, I couldn't wait to get started. So I'm going to plug it in for you. It's a very short lead. Unfortunately, these things don't come with very long leads, and that's just the way it is. But yeah, so we'll find a socket nearby and I'll plug that in for you. So you can see that in action. Give me 2 seconds while I do that. So let me show you what's in the box itself. Doesn't come with a remote, this one, but the good thing is that if you are any good at DMX programming, you can program your own DMX settings for this particular light, and then make it do all sorts of things, you know. So this is what it looks like. It's pretty cool. It's pretty hefty. Let me just go to the main camera, give you a bit more space there. So yeah, it's quite weighty. You can put it on a plinth using these feet rather here, or what you can do is, and what I would do as well, they give you a couple of thumb screws there as well. So you get this bracket which comes with it, and you put the bracket like so, and then I attach it to so that I can hang it from my gantry, my DJ gantry, okay? And then the moving head does its usual bits and pieces, as you'll see. But we're going to put it the right way up, if you like. So that way up, and we'll put it back far enough so you can see what it does and see the actions that it produces, and then see obviously the patterns that it creates. There are 3 programs to this particular machine, 3 automatic programs, that is. So, you know, 0, 1, oh, in fact maybe 4, 0, 1, 2 and 3, which is fine. Does its own thing. You can have it on sound activated as well, which is cool. So I just tried it with literally playing some songs through my phone the other day, and it was kind of doing its own thing. But I guess that, you know, in the right environment with a disco speaker and with a subwoofer and everything else going on, then that will create a great deal of movement and stuff with this particular light. But it's a good quality, you know. It's kind of plastic, but the whole frame is built on a metal chassis, and it rotates through almost 365. Or 360 degrees rather, like that, and then of course that does the 180 like that as well. So you can probably hear the motor going backwards and forwards like that as well whilst I do that. So let's plug it in, let's see what it does. Just going to try and get a longer cable. Give me 2 seconds while I sort that out, otherwise you won't be able to see what's going on. So if I plug it in, let me see. Yeah, what I could probably do, guys, is probably, if I plug it into this stack here, like so, And like I say, it's not a very long lead. That's the problem. So I'm going to put it on this chair so that it's higher up and you can see what's going on. Okay, and then we'll be able to... Oh, look at that. That's clever. Oh, no, that's right. I wonder what was flashing. It was my it was my wireless thing, which is cool. No problem at all. So what we'll do is bring it a little closer. Plug the mains cable. It's just a UEC cable. Don't move the motor, you'll damage it. Thanks, Danny. Right, so... And the cable doesn't sit very well in the socket. That's one of the complaints I will have about it, is it doesn't quite sit securely in the back of the thing. Let me just bring the camera down very slightly so you can see what's going on. Here we go. So we bring that down to there. There we go. Okay, so it's up and running now. And it's doing its own thing. It's running through an auto program, which is pretty cool. Let me just turn the overhead lights off. 2 seconds while we have a look at that. Just trying to find the switch at the back. Where is the switch? There it is. Okay, got it. There we go. Okay. So it's doing its own thing now. It's on quite a gentle program, to be honest with you. It's not on a major program as such. But yeah, it's a pretty cool little unit. Let's just change the program again, slightly. Let's move that in a bit. So if I go to sensor, let's go to show SHND and then go enter. And then go to number 1, press enter. There we go. So every couple of seconds that's doing something different now. And if I can try and point it at something, you'll be able to see the... Quite a few different gobos in there as well. I want 1 or 4. There we go. So hopefully that's showing up on the back of that thing there. I mean, obviously, you know, once you're on a distance away from, you know, the actual dance floor and stuff like that, and you're suspending it from a, you know, from an overhead gantry, then it's going to look a lot better on the dance floor and around the room and stuff like that. But it's a pretty cool effect. It's got the strobe every so often as well, which is good. And it's also got a split colour wheel as well. So every so often you get a split colour come up, like a red and green or pink and blue and that kind of stuff. So I really like that feature as well. It doesn't happen on the one that I've currently got. But having said that, when I daisy chain them as a DMX, hopefully that will come out as... it'll follow this one as a slave, as a master. And then that one will be the slave as well. So that's cool. I'm going to put that right back down there for a second. Like I say, it's just on an auto program currently. It's not on sound to light or anything like that, but it does work really responsively, I should say, with the sound activation on, which is cool. So yeah, you know, for £55, it's not a bad little unit. And like I say, I can mount it to the top of my DJ stand as well, which would be really cool. Okay, let's put the overhead lights back on a second. There we go. Okay, so we're back on. I'm gonna actually, if I can probably put that down there on top of the computer, the computer tower, which is underneath the desk. That's going to blind me every so often, but it'll be all right. I could probably cope with it. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. And like I say, it's a lot. It seems to be a lot brighter than the current one I have. Having said that, obviously it's brand new, and I get that. It's going to be, you know, it's going to be a lot brighter than one I bought nearly 12 months ago, or over 12 months ago. In fact, it's like a June. I think it was a year old in June. So, you know, maybe 18 months old by now. But anyway. What I hope to do is, like I say, to link them up DMX wise, and then, you know, let one be the master, which will be this one, And then hopefully it'll make the other one do the same kind of thing, the same kind of patterns and the same gobo wheels and the same colours, and you know, moving around the room in the same way, which is pretty cool. I'm going to change the so like a second, hang on. Display. There we go. Just quite a way to go through the thing. Let's try 2, 3. Okay, so 3 is kind of really a slow scan, if you will. So it scans the entire room, and now it's moving. Moving in a different direction now. I wonder if I can show you. In fact, if I bring the overhead camera maybe over a little bit, it might show a bit more of the what's going on. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Let me just bring that up. The USB camera is there. Let's try that. Obviously, quality is not brilliant on this one, but you get the idea of what it's kind of doing around the room. Hang on a sec. Let's move that. Where's it gone now? You see, the problem is that you never know where it's going to be next. So maybe if I point it up at the ceiling, that might be better, mightn't it? I'll give you a better idea of what's going on here. Hang on a second. Let's do that. As you can see, the strobe works really well as well. Let's move that back a bit and up towards the ceiling, because that seems to be where it's going, or it was anyway. But yeah, so one of the patterns is a really slow scan, which I like. It's not a bad little program, that, as regards, you know, where you want that light to be. There we go. And it's kind of just scanning around the room, but it's changing the gobo, it's changing the colours gradually. It's not fading in and out as such, which is fine, it's not a problem. But it's just doing a very slow scan. Now it's doing a strobe effect. And now it's doing a shaky gobo as well, which is another feature that this light has, whereas the other one doesn't. But having said that, like I say, once I hook these up, slave and master, then that might change, you know. That's the split wheel. It's gone round. I don't know if you can see that. So it kind of splits the gobo in half. It gives you like in the case I've just seen, like a blue and yellow side by side, which is quite cool. Now it's doing a strobe effect with the split wheel as well. Difficult to follow, I know, because obviously the camera's fixed and I can't kind of follow it around the room like I was hoping to. But yeah, I like that. So, you know, that could be on just gentle as kind of, you know, people are arriving at the venue or whatever, just scanning around the room very slowly. It's not on sound to light, so it's just doing its own thing. Yeah. Changing the wheel quite quickly, and I guess that with a proper DMX controller, you've got more hands-on control over how that operates. So there you go. So chasing it around the room, but it's literally doing a 360 with those different effects. As you can tell, it'll come around again in a minute. That's the strobe effect as well. You can see, which is pretty cool. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on sound mode. We just change that to on. Click enter. Okay, that's pretty cool. So what I'm going to do is dip the microphone. I'm going to play some music through here as well and see how that reacts. Okay, stay there a second, guys. Hey, well, you know, it was a good experiment, right? Let me just turn that down for you folks, because I know it's very loud. In a second, there you go. Okay, that's cool. All right. So yeah, just, you know, I just wanted to test the kind of sense. I mean, you know, if I bang my hands like quite loudly, it's going to move around quite, because I've got the sensitivity on about 80%. I will dip that, of course, when it's on the disco, on the proper, you know, stand. I'm going to dip that, obviously, because what I don't want to do is overpower it and have it go moving, you know, too fast that you can't see the gobo, can't see the pattern or the colors or anything like that, you know. So what I'll do is when it's up on the stand, I will reduce the sensitivity. I'll test it with the, you know, with the sound, and then drop the sensitivity accordingly, and then hopefully the light will react in a better way. That's just blinded me with the yellow light. Thank you very much indeed for that. Pro tip, don't look into an LED light when it's moving. But you know what I mean? So, you know, the idea is that I can test all of that kind of stuff this coming Friday. I've got a gig literally 5 minutes from where I live here, a Christmas party. So I can get set up, you know, 5:30, 6 o'clock, have a really good play with it before everybody arrives at 7, before they sit down for their dinner. And then make sure that, you know, both of those are connected and they work in like a master-slave scenario. And I think that'll work really well. So, yeah, I just wanted to come on and show you this because, you know, for the money, £55 for one of these, I just think it's a great value piece of kit, and I'm glad I bought it. And like I say, it does work in a better way than the one I bought currently, one I've had for ages, sort of thing. So, what I might do, as I said to you before, is you know, maybe get another one of these as well. So then I've got two either side of the gantry that I have above my head, and then have the one that I've always had, stick that in the middle as a centerpiece, perhaps, I don't know, and then maybe daisy chain them all together so they're all doing the kind of same thing, sort of thing, doing this business, which I really like the idea of. It's just a shame in most venues these days you can't use a smoke machine or a hazer, you know, because that would look really good. The beams would, you know, cut right through the haze and make it look really fantastic. But it's going nuts now. It's doing the strobe thing. It's coming around again. Here we go. Ready? Look at that. So that gives you an idea of what kind of gobos it's going through, and then it calms down and does the kind of flipping through stuff. It's doing a 180 backwards and forwards. You can't see it now. It's coming around again. So what I would really like is if the white spot, the colour spot, stayed without changing the gobo wheel. And I know that if you have a DMX controller, and I do have one in the garage, but I've never learned how to use it. I know that you can control the shows, and I know that you can put lights where you want them to go rather than just having it do its own thing, you know. So, you know, that's something I've got to kind of learn and get my head around. Apparently, so according to Danny, who's in the chat right now, there is a piece of software you can get which is linked to a DMX box, and you plug your lights, the end chain anyway, into the DMX box, and then you've got this software on your phone or on a tablet that you can then control the lights with, and, you know, get them to do the sort of things that you want them to do, and program different shows and stuff like that. So I think that's a really good idea, you know, for future reference. So yeah, just completely aside, I just want you to take a look at this. By the way, this is there is a little bit of audio noise going on, or visual noise going on from the camera, but that's literally 1080p on the webcam, on the tiny little webcam that I bought. That's not actually a bad picture, considering that it's yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Where are we? Sorry, meant to be over that one. There we go. Yeah, so that's it really. Yeah, that's that split screen I was telling you about. So when it comes back around again, maybe show you again. Now it's doing a strobe thing again. Oh, it's called Daz Light, says Danny. Thank you for that. That's really useful. I'll make sure I look it up and see if I can download it. But yeah, all in all, pretty cool. Pretty pleased with the result. So yeah, just a short one tonight, folks. So if you've got any questions about, well, either audio production, because that's what the channel's all about, but also don't forget I'm a DJ as well. So anything relating to DJ services or lighting or sound equipment, all that kind of stuff, microphones, cables, whatever, make sure you hook me up. You can always email. It's hello@loveaudio.co.uk. That's hello@loveaudio.co.uk. It's going nuts in the background. I'm going to turn it off in a minute. The good thing is it's air cooled as well. It's got a fan in it. You can probably hear that. I don't know if you can hear that through the microphone or not, but certainly it's air cooled, so it's never going to overheat. And don't forget it's LED as well, so that's not going to get it's not going to get hot at all. Not really. I can feel it slightly warm at the back there, but that's because it's it's doing the servo motors are doing the thing, backwards and forwards, and the 360 and stuff. But yeah, all in all, a great little unit, and I am really pleased with it. Got it on eBay for, like I say, £55. I'm just trying to see if I can bring up the... hang on a second, guys. Let me just see if I can bring up the product again. And you can take a look at the description. Oh, that's bright. Take a look at the description and stuff. Hang on a second. Light keeps blinding me. Hang on a sec. I'm operating on one screen only tonight, folks, so bear with me, won't you? Let me log out of that. And let's bring that in. That's cool. That's that one. Let's bring in that. And then let's go to eBay, which I had on earlier on. Here we go. Am I logged in? Oh, for goodness sake. Where are we? My eBay. Ah. My eBay, yeah, here we go. Right, okay, cool. Right, yeah. So here's the let me just go to desktop a second. So you should be able to see that. Oh no, God, that's not. Wait, yeah. So hopefully you can see that, folks. So no, you can only see me doing this. Okay. So is my screen frozen? Is my thing frozen? My camera frozen? Yeah, it has that. It's okay. We're moving again now. Good. Okay, yeah, because I've only got one screen. Don't forget. So hopefully you should be able to see the light up close. So here's the kind of description. It's a British seller, and don't take any notice of this, by the way. You can save up to 8% with multi-buy, and it says 4 times 80 watt LED spot moving heads. So it doesn't mean you get 4 spotlights. What it means is there's 4 LEDs inside the unit itself. Okay, giving you all that light, which is cool. And if you, like I say, if you go buy one, it's $60 and £60.99. I got it cheaper than that though. I don't know. Maybe the price has gone up. Buy 2, comes down to $59.16. Buy 3, it's 57 quid. Buy 4 or more, and it comes down to £56.11, which is really cool. 6 available, 8 sold, 1 including mine, which is nice. Yeah, so that's pretty good. Let's have a look here. Yeah, so you can see the unit itself. It's pretty cool. There is an auto program on there. Give me 2 seconds. If I go to sound, let's turn the sound off. There we go. And it's now doing its own thing. There should be a thing on here that says auto. Hang on a second. Maybe not. I don't know what that means. Yeah, it's on auto now, so it's just doing its own thing. But yeah, you get the idea. Let's go back to the description. There's a ton of these things available, by the way. You can get them in white as well, which is pretty nice if you've got like white wedding equipment and stuff. That's always pretty good. 120 watts LED moving head stage light. They're all pretty similar price as well, to be fair, with these little ones. There's a ton of stuff, as you can see, that you could get. But yeah, made in China, obviously made in Hong Kong. This particular one, Peng Feng Trend Limited. Yeah, there you go. But they've got a British seller, so they must have bought them in bulk, I guess, and shipped them over every so often. But there's a ton of stuff you can go through, to be fair. But that's the one I've got right there. So There you go. And, you know, down the side, it shows you all the different kind of gobos and colours and stuff. So you can see that. That's the total. That's really good. Some of these I haven't seen. So I've yet to be exposed to some of those shapes and colours. But yeah, that's what they claim to have inside them. So yeah, you've got like a colour wash as well. So if you have like 3 in a row or 3 in tandem and stuff like that, you can get them doing all sorts of beautiful things as well with the DMX. That's it, cutting through smoke there. You can see in that image. That looks really good. So these are obviously high up and projecting down onto the dance floor. So that looks pretty good. 270 backwards and forwards and a 540 swing all the way around, okay, which is pretty cool. What else we got? Yeah, there you go. So that's what comes in the pack. DMX in, DMX out, power in, heat dissipation design. So you've got a fan on the back of there as well, keeping things cool. And there should be, if I'm not mistaken, a video, but maybe not on this particular occasion. Yeah, maybe not. Okay. That's a shame. Could have played the video, but anyway, there we are. So, yeah. You get the idea. All pretty good. Do you know what? I've got my phone on, and I've got the program on the phone. So I could have seen what it looked like on there, couldn't I? But never mind, it's fine. It's all fine. It's all good. And, yeah, so... the good thing is I brought everything... Because the garage, honestly, I swear to God, the garage was so cold. It literally was ice cold. And so I thought I'd bring everything indoors... to stop myself freezing to death out there, because it was just ridiculous. And I've set it up in my bedroom, believe it or not. This is where I sleep. You can't see the bed, thank God, because it's got stuff all over it because I've just moved everything around. But I've got a big monitor here. I might get that hooked up to the computer as well. I just need an adapter to go into the back of the computer, and I can have that as a second monitor then on my left hand side. And I've got one just in front of me as well, which is cool. But yeah, I just thought I'd demonstrate that light for you and show you what I bought. And you know, like I say, I've got a gig this Friday. What I might do is, if possible, before everybody arrives, kind of get the show going and then take a small video of it and then, you know, play that to you next week or something, or just maybe, you know, launch a short or something to show you what it's like. I might do that. So yeah, just if you want to see what it looks like on the deck, on the DJ stand as well, then yeah, stay tuned for more details on that. I don't know if that's working or not, is it? I can't hear a thing. Hang on. Stay there, caller. That's not me. Oh, I know why. You know, all my things have disappeared. All my jingles have disappeared off the thing. That's not good. Because I've moved everything around. There's nothing on the pads anymore, which is really annoying. Yeah, so it didn't save one because I had to unplug everything, of course. Oh, hang on, it's got... What's this? I can't hear that. I don't know what's going on. It's got stuff on there, but I can't seem to be able to... Oh yeah, it's got Paul Weber a cappella and stuff on it. Well, why is it not playing? Why can't I hear it? That's a good question. Why can't I hear it play? No? So it should be playing through my headphones. I don't know if it's playing... Is it playing through the system? Hang on. No, you can't hear that either, can you? No. Okay. So what...
Wow. Okay. That's weird. Hello. Gee.
Good grief. Okay. So this is working as well. So hopefully it's changing the voice, which is
cool. So that goes to the megaphone, and then you've got a lot of reverb, more reverb than we used to have, which is interesting. Turn that down. 2, 2, 2. That's better. Okay. 2, 2, 1, 2, 1. Good grief. That's never worked like that before. It's good though. I like it.
2, 1, 2,
3, 4, 5,
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so that's 1.
That's 2.
That's 1.
That's 2.
That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. That's 6.
Okay, so that's cool. So at least that's all working fine. But it's got such a long reverb on it. That since I've plugged it back in, we didn't used to get that massive reverb. That's great. I like it. I like it a lot. Cool.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, stop making about.
Anyway, you get the idea. So, just messing around with the Go XLR, making sure the settings are still there, which they seem to be now, thank goodness for that. But I can't get any of my tunes to play through there, which is annoying. I wonder why that is. Hang on a second. Probably, let's have a look here. Open sound settings. It's going through music, which is fine. I wonder. If I did that for a second, guys. It doesn't work either, does it? No, okay. Music, keep that the same. Chat mic is fine. Close that. Bring that down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10 makes no difference, so that's cool. Fantastic. Are you serious? I've got that on there somewhere as well, which is interesting. But why aren't these playing? Routing. Sampler. Okay, hang on. Maybe this. System samples. Chat. Nothing. Nothing's playing. Guys, nothing's playing. Why is it not playing? That's really annoying. Yeah, that's really annoying. Really, really annoying. I wonder why that's not playing. Anyway, never mind. That's irrelevant as regards to tonight's little thing. So, yeah, don't worry too much about that. I will work that out eventually, what's going on here. So maybe system, everything else is fine. Yup, that's cool. Faders, blah, blah, blah. Scan across there. Headphone levels is fine. What else we got? Mic monitor. What's that all about? Oh, okay. So I can turn that down if I want to. That's good. Okay. Oh, that's my own microphone in my headphones. That's interesting. I've never seen that before. That's cool. All right. That's good. But I don't know why it's not working with regards to the buttons. You know, it's a bit weird, to be honest with you. Sampler. Right. Why aren't you playing? Why aren't you playing? Play next. Play stop. Yeah. Okay. Play stop. Top left. Play stop. Play stop. Top left. A. Play stop. Nothing playing. Nothing playing. That's really strange. Okay, well, I'll figure that out another time. It's not a problem. But yeah. All good stuff. Right, I'm going to say cheerio, folks, and thanks very much indeed for watching. Glad you enjoyed the unboxing of the light. And like I say, I'll take a small video of that when it's on the gantry and stuff, when I DJ on Friday night, and then play it for you next Monday, if you're okay with that. But until next time, don't forget, if you want to check out the website, you can do, which is loveaudio.co.uk. Plenty of stuff on there about me and everything else. If you want merchandise like t-shirts and mugs, get yourself over to loveaudio'smerchstore.com. And if you're after audio spares, get yourself over to loveaudiobits.co.uk. I'm going to be having a huge sale on cables real soon, so if you need any XLR cables, jack-to-jack cables, all that kind of stuff, mic stands, mic muffs like this red one on that picture there, this one, that kind of stuff, then yeah, get on over to loveaudiobits.co.uk and you'll see that. Love Audio! That one there. Okay, I'm going to say cheerio, but thanks so much for watching, and hopefully we'll catch you next Monday night at 8 p.m. GMT, Greenwich Mean Time. We are in for some colder weather this week, so I'll let you know if it snows or not, because you know me, I'm just very, very enthusiastic about snow. And if it snows where you are, you've got to let me know as well, all right? Take care, guys. See you soon.